Hi guys, this is Skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. In the last part, we got to this area, and I hate this area. Luckily, I think I sort of remember my route here. I'm hoping, I'm really praying that I do. But first, let's get to the matters at hand. If you can actually trick things out and get interrupted by a crab, you can actually do a quick charge here. If you had skill. Sadly, I do not have any of that there skill, so I won't be doing any of that. Luckily, you know, there's always a way to do things. This is actually an intended thing. They intend for you to do this. This isn't actually some like crazy ass trick I'm attempting to do. This is just me like trying to. I probably should have pressed down before. No? Okay, cool. And then you go here and then go up and then get yourself some missile tank again. This was absolutely necessary. The place to align yourself for that upward shine spark is actually that little patch of seaweed. When you're standing on that little patch of seaweed, that would be the optimal place to use your shine spark. So just do that and you'll be sort of happy. I'm very, very glad I got that on my first try, because every time you fail that, you have to reopen that super missile place, and that means I'm wasting one super missile every single time I try it, and you don't want any of that. I actually wasted 2 super missiles doing that, if I do recall, so, you know, you don't want any of that. But speaking of shine sparking, another shine sparking thing, and hopefully I can actually do this one, because this one's a bit more complex. You want to run, look down, and then shine spark up. And I totally failed that, but, phew, almost saved it. Luckily, okay, so I didn't do it as well as I wanted to, and now I'm stuck on dumb little swing thing, but luckily, I salvaged that for what it was worth, so that's nice. Another one of these more cryptic puzzles. You go up here, and it's probably gonna reform. I don't know how they expect you to know this one. Why didn't I get that time? But we get a missile tank just chilling in that wall for some reason. I'm gonna assume that if you download the map data, it tells you that there's a thing there. But other than that, come on game, that's cryptic AF. But I digress, that's just Metroid in a nutshell, so I suppose you can't really be mad at it. These guys we have actually no way of killing at this moment in time. I do believe, I mean, we could shine spark, or we could speed boost into them. I gotta get used to actually distinguishing the two. But other than that, I don't think our beams work, and that's just unfortunate. This is easy to miss. When I actually did my playthrough for Boogaloo Commentaries, this is the one item that I actually missed, like, just forgot to get my entire time, so make sure you get this. It's a super missile tank, and super missiles, as you all know, are absolutely valuable, so you want these. So we didn't miss them, so if I actually stay to my route, I won't miss anything, which would be nice. Sadly, I somehow get the feeling that something is just gonna gloss over my mind, and that's gonna absolutely suck. But if you sideward shine spark at that place that I sideward shine sparked, I'm going faster than I can even talk about. You can actually, whoa, what did I went to Powerball form. I knew there was a crab there, and I knew I wanted to avoid the crab, but I thought he was on the left side of the wall rather than the right, and I messed up. Sue me. Is there any reason you can sue me for that? I'm sure someone can find a way, somehow, someplace. But more missiles, absolutely lovely. Those walls actually aren't X-rayable. I'm pretty sure if you X-ray that wall, it just tells you, oh yeah, come on, I'm pretty sure this is a wall, man. It's up to you to actually try to run into it and get the spoils inside, which is fine, I suppose. There's nothing too wrong with that. This, on the other hand, oh, okay. I got worried for a second. I could have sworn this was another one of those cases, but I guess I had to jump before I did that. Did I really not have enough time to do that? Okay. I'll use these annoying flies as my footstool. Fine with me, but yes, Maridia, it's an eerie place. The eerie music. Water levels, I find, actually can be very, very spooky. Like, if they don't, obviously not every water level is, like, intended to be like this, but, like, if they so choose, they can actually make water levels some pretty scary levels, just like, you know, dark depths, and usually skeletons and sunken pirate ghosts or whatever. That's typically it's a common variant of the water level, so that can always be fun, I suppose you could say. I don't know if you'd call it fun. I'm trying to actually think in my head, and I'm beginning to think that when I said last part that Phantoon was in fact a necessary boss, I don't think I even said that, actually. I think I said that in a failed recording. You know what, I'm just going to stop, and I'm not going to correct myself. I might have been wrong about something in the past that I might not have even uploaded me saying, but I'm just not going to correct myself, even though I don't know, it's absolutely insignificant, so whatever. And we're going down here, and I think the very, very first thing we actually want to get is fight the boss of Maridia. That's my first plan of action, and then we can actually get everything we want to get afterwards. I think that's what I'm aiming to do right now. Oh, look at these Metroids. They're like less cool Metroids, defect Metroids, reject Metroids, Metroids no one cares about. I guess if you read the instruction manual, you would know that those are actually like, yeah, Metroids. Failed experiments from the cloning experimentation thing. Oh gosh, this is where I waste all my super missiles. I never show it, and I'm probably not going to be showing it in the rest of these parts. But if you actually have the charge beam and only a single beam equipped, you can actually do a very cool thing with that beam. If you charge it and then go into your bomb form, you'll actually do something cool. I'm out of missiles. I have one more super missile, but I'm actually not going to use it because I do need one super missile to open a super missile door later in the future. So now I'm just going to be spamming missiles like a madman and hoping they connect with something, because that's typically how I play Metroid games, I suppose. I am very, very surprised. I had a lot of super missiles this part, and I somehow blew them all by not aiming. And that was horrible. I'm almost dead, too. Okay, see, this guy didn't drop a single super missile, so if I used my last super missile on that boss, I would have been clipped, and that wouldn't have been fun at all. But that was a missile. That wasn't a missile. He didn't drop any missiles, but that was a option. That was a side boss. You can tell by the side boss music. In here we get an energy tank. I could collect this later, but I think I'm just going to collect it now because we do need that energy. We almost died from that. That's not cool. And what we also need to be doing is we also need to be doing the fun little shine sparky business. Oh, you know what? I know for a fact I can't do this, but I think if you could actually, if you're like awesome and you can, oh no, totally didn't do it, but whatever, that's fine. If you can gather up a charge, wall jump up this entire wall, and then shine spark sideways, you can skip this entire segment. I mean, I'm already skipping this entire segment because I'm just wall jumping it, but you can skip it even cooler by using a shine spark correctly. And the bigger issue in not rather than just actually doing the shine spark is actually just getting up there fast enough, because it's a very tight shine spark to do. You actually barely have any enough. You probably won't have enough time to do it. But here's the super missile door we need to open. So now that's open. I wonder, did they even tell us these are? Yes, these are trick spikes, not real spikes. They even placed the the grappling hook things there, like, to fool you into thinking these are real spikes that you need to, like, use trickery to traverse over. But no, these aren't real spikes. In fact, you actually do need to go down here. I probably should have saved 2 super missiles, because now I have to kill this guy with normal missiles, and that's lame. not that lame, but regardless. Here we are, boss time, again. Before the boss actually starts, there is no boss in the vicinity right now. We actually want to destroy all the things. Now, if you remember me talking about the short charge earlier, this is actually one of the more useful rooms for it, I suppose. Again, something I tried to learn, something I absolutely cannot do. So just know that if you're good enough at this game, you can actually charge up a speed booster charge quickly enough in the space provided to actually gather up a speed boost and use it to ram into them. And that's actually the fastest way of killing this boss. It does the most damage to him. And that's cool. So what I'm going to be doing is, I guess, just a cool little trick, provided he actually lets me do it. I might think he might actually drop me in time, right? No, there we go. If you grapple hook into one of these electrical outlets, which I'm assuming that's what they are, you can actually kill this guy in style. I must say, that is one of those more stylish things to be doing. Not as cool as speed boosting into him, but it kills him in a very quick way nonetheless, so I'm happy with that. I wasn't expecting for me to actually just miraculously learn the stutter step in those 5 seconds that it took for that boss to appear. But that's one way you could also kill them. But what we have here is the space jump. Pretty much infinite jump. Like the Knuckles glitch in Sonic Boom, that one game I haven't played. So now we can jump forever. I don't even know what the infinite jump is. I think it's just you jump, like, start and press jump, which is a hilariously bad oversight. But that's completely unrelated to the point. Basically, if you have the correct timing, which I might add, I don't know the correct timing. I mean, like, I know it enough to do it, but I don't know how to explain it. Basically, if you jump while you're falling, you can actually do another jump, and you also have to make sure you're doing a spin jump, so, you know, keep that in mind. And then you can just do infinite jumps. So now you can get to places that needed infinite jumps. That didn't have walls next to them, because we could actually use the wall jump to do infinite jumps. Actually, no. I don't think I have enough space to actually get into a speed boost without using this amount of space provided first. And actually, I think what we want to do, if I remember correctly, again, this is where my memory starts to get a bit fuzzy, but we want to actually sink into this pit. There's a lot of quicksand places, and that's annoying as hell. Now that we have the whatever it is we have, the space jump, we can actually get out of the quicksand a bit more simple, and it's not as bad to deal with it as it once was. But keep in mind, that stuff can kind of get annoying really quickly. But what are we doing in here again? I don't know. So I know where this place is, and I know what we want to do, generally. And we want to, first and foremost, shine spark up here to get a missile, and if I do believe, a super missile. And again, super missiles. Super missiles are cool. We haven't even gone to see the super missile, but it's right there, and it's all cool looking. We have more super missiles now. Absolutely fantastic. And now we want to go down here. No, not down here. Even more down than we're going down. And I hope I'm right about this. I want to go down into this one. I'm not sure if it's this. There's two pits of quicksand to sink into. And I think it's the first one. I'm going to pray it's the first one. I mean, either way, we can do either of them. But one of them is much more simple to do than the other. And I'm hoping I got the more... I think I did. Yeah, this is the correct one to go into. I mean, we could do either one, but again, we want to go into this one. And go up here. And again, quicksand would be absolutely annoying to deal with, but because we have the space jump, it's less of an annoyance. So I want to, like, you know, be in quicksand as little as possible. One thing to note about oh, whoopsie, am I supposed to shoot upwards? I don't think I'm supposed to just use trickery. See, this would be so much more annoying if I, like, had to, like, actually do things. I don't know what they intended for you to do there, but I just did that, and it works for me, so no use complaining, I suppose. And now we want to bail this place. But yeah, the quicksand can be an absolute mess to deal with. And we want to go down here, and I believe we want to go to the left? I mean, my actions and my words are completely conflicting here. But no, we wanted to go right. I was a dirty, dirty liar. And we want to actually... This is actually a clever thing. This is absolutely optional. You do not need this power-up that we're actually getting back here. Yes, let's mash the grapple beam. You do not need the power that we're getting back here to actually beat this game in the slightest. However, it's really useful to have, and you know what? I'm actually going to use the mystical, magical, majestic speed up button, because this is actually a very, very, very time-consuming segment otherwise. I deeply apologize, except not really at all, because that would have taken forever otherwise. But again, this is absolutely unnecessary, and I found that puzzle was actually pretty clever to do. You had to, like, you know, go in that little crevasse, whatever you want to call it, and go up here. But up here we get the spring ball. This is one of the cooler power-ups. Basically, it means while we're in the ball form, we can actually jump, which is fantastic. No more, well, for one thing, we can jump much higher than we could with just bomb jumping. But for another thing, we can actually, you know, jump like crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, we don't have the bomb jump anymore. That's what I was trying to say. I believe. I guess we have to go down here. And well, we're coming close to the end of this part, but luckily, I think I know where I'm going. I don't, guys. This is where I get lost, which sucks majorly. But I have faith in myself somewhat that I do know where I'm going. I don't know what I want to end off this part though. There's no save point in the near vicinity, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there is, at least. We want to go up here. Yeah, where does this take us? This backtracks to some part of this place that we've been to before. Oh no, this is Giant Ass Tube. Okay, Giant Ass Tube. I don't remember ever taking Giant Ass Tube, but you know what? I guess we have more stuff to do before we end it off. I guess we can get one more thing. Or could we? I have no idea. You know what? I'll get that one more thing and then just end it off right there. Usually I like to end things off at save points, but you know, I can make an exception this time because there's no good save point that I can think of right now. One thing to know that even though like you have the space jump, you can jump infinitely, I honestly, this is me personally, but I actually feel more comfortable wall jumping than I do space jumping because I feel like the timing's more specific on space jump than it is in wall jump. Like, I think. Again, maybe this is just me being crazy, but I just like this. If given the option, I will probably, even though that just trying to wall jump just costs me a shit ton of time, if given the option, I will try to wall jump over space jumping. I've also had like, this is just something recently, but I've had a habit of accidentally going into the normal, like, standard jump rather than the somersault jump, which is stupid to me. That's like a rookie mistake, but it's something I've been doing a lot recently, and that sucks. But what doesn't suck at all, is the plasma beam. So now that we got the plasma beam, I think I'm just going to end it off right here. And the next part, we'll be destroying everything with our brand new plasma beam, and it's going to be awesome. Next time on Let's Play Super Metroid. Until then, this has been Skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!